Okay, so next up, we have a monologue titled As Soldiers We Soldier On. This is inspired by the stories provided by Fergus on the project and delivered by Rachel Warren. She's one of our talented artists and performers who has a real passion for helping others. So please welcome Rachel.
It was my 21st birthday, and I was in Iraq. I was patrolling along the desert, and all I could feel underneath my boots was the sand and the rocks as I crunched on. I looked around, and all I saw was miles and miles of desert. It was just me and my driver, Bill. Just the two of us in this desert. We walked along, and I saw bloodied limbs just sprawled out. I saw abandoned trucks and vehicles like BMWs, Mercedes, Land Rovers. My heart was pounding. My hands were sweating as we were walking along. The most scariest thing about this, it was the unknown. What was out there? Who is out there? As we walked along, we were just creeping. Suddenly, bang! Bill had been hit. He had a large piece of shrapnel just wedged into his leg. What do I do? We were in a minefield. But as soldiers, we soldier on. I just wanted to get back to my family. Next, we were in Bosnia. I was the driver bodyguard, and they needed someone to sit in the gunner's seat. So I wedged myself up and I sat in the gunner's seat. Suddenly, it started rolling down the hill, the tank. The tank was rolling faster and faster and faster down the hill, and the barrel went down and the bridge block went ah! My head was wedged between them both. If I didn't have my helmet on, I would be dead. The pain down my neck was excruciating. They were really, really helpful. When I got back, they gave me really good treatment. They said, just take 2 ibuprofen and have 2 weeks off. I now suffer from arthritis and nerve damage all down my right side. It's Christmas time! Happy Christmas! I just suffered from a hernia, and the doctors told me to take 3 to 4 months off. Well, you don't really get that luxury as a soldier. So there I was, in Basra. Our unit base was in Saddam Hussein's hotel. So I was standing in the air control unit. It's like the tower. 2 hours being there. Rocket attack. All I saw was a big light flash down and people just jumping to the deck to save themselves and save their lives. I escaped death again. Then there was this time. There was an incident. Queen Dragon Guards took over our unit. I was still in agony with my hernia. I should have been there where they were. So they were in the Land Rover, just driving along. by an IED. That should have been me. The pain you feel, the guilt you have when you see people die. They die! Then it should have been you! This is known as survivor's guilt. I just wanted to get back to my family. So, I'm back. Recovering from this is just a whole job in itself. I was at home. I was anxious. I wanted to go outside. I can't. I can't go outside. I can't talk to people. I don't know what to say. I was so anxious. The darkness in my head. Blackness just filled my veins. I was totally trapped. How do I fit back into society? Who wants to speak to me? Who cares? I was so nervous. I used to have nightmares. I can't remember any of my nightmares. All I can remember is waking up and my half of the bed, it was drenched in my sweat. Drenched. I could wring it out. Normal? Apparently so to society. So after this, my relationship broke down. So now I found myself with the clothes on my body, a rucksack, and my phone. Looking around, I just didn't fit in. I was homeless. I just sat on this bench in the park and I just looked at people. Look at them, just being normal. How are they happy? Why are they not scared? I just heard the birds singing and the buzzing of the town. I was so alone. I was so detached. Where am I going to go? Why am I here? Suddenly, the phone flashed. I raced and I answered it. Hello? Hello? This was Andy. Andy was from Once We Were Soldiers charity. Andy is now like a brother to me. Andy saved my life. He put a roof over my head again. He taught me what bills were, what a mortgage was. Suddenly I felt a little bit more human. Without Andy or my daughter, I don't know where I'd be. Now, I have a job and I work with a charity and I get to help others. I have a purpose in this life now. Now I know what it's all about. But there's one person I just need to mention. One person, because it's still not all roses. Sometimes I have bad days and good days, but there's one person that keeps me going every single day. And that is my man's best friend. That's my dog, Kia. Thank you. I'd just like to talk about from being an artist, and Fergus is in the audience. I'm going to try not to cry right now, and his dog Kia, but, oh my god, wait there. I don't want to be one of those. Okay. So, as an artist, being able to work with people that have been through the stuff that, like, real life, because as an artist you see it all in scripts and movies and you get to develop your own characters and emotions, but talking to Fergus, I spent like 2 or 3 hours on the phone and we chatted and I got his whole life. And then obviously I had to put that down, and it took about 4 or 5 hours then for me to go away. One, get my head around Fergus's life, and then having to compress that into an emotional piece. And I just think it's really, really important that we bring more awareness to people and society, and be able to show them what it's all about. So thank you very much.